Hey everyone, welcome back to Ultimate Tennis Guru's weekly tennis tournament previews and predictions. We've got two massive tennis stories this week, a star-studded lineup in Wuhan, and a wide-open draw in Shanghai after Carlos Alcaraz's withdrawal. Let's dive right in. Wuhan is absolutely stacked this year. All of the world's top 6 players are in the draw. That means world number 1, Arina Sabalenka, is back on court for the first time since winning the US Open. And she's not getting an easy start. The defending champion has a really tough draw as she goes for her 4th straight title here. Remember, she also won in 2018 and 2019, and the tournament was suspended for 3 years during the pandemic. Sabalenka gets a bye in the first round but could face Washington finalist Anna Kalinskaya in round 2 and Wimbledon quarter-finalist Lyudmila Samsonova in round 3. That's already a tricky start, but if she survives those, things get even tougher. She could run into one of Naomi Osaka, Beijing finalist Linda Noskova, or 8th seed Elena Rybakina next. Then possibly Amanda Anisimova or Jessica Pegula in the semis. And if she makes the final, it could be Iga Swiatek or Coco Gauff waiting for her. So yeah, it's a brutal path for the world number 1. Now, speaking of Iga Swiatek, she didn't have a great run in Beijing. She lost in the round of 16 to Emma Navarro, hitting a staggering 70 unforced errors and getting bageled in the final set. The internet didn't hold back, calling her pathetic and mentally weak. But Swiatek hit back on social media, saying this kind of abuse is a sad part of modern sports, as we had discussed in our earlier video, the dark side of women's tennis, stalkers, safety, and survival. Even as she accepted she just didn't play well on the day. Iga will be making her Wuhan debut and will want to bounce back fast. Her likely path: Marie Bouzkova in round 2, Belinda Bencic in round 3, Jasmine Paolini in the quarters, and possibly Coco Gauff in the semis. What about Gauff? Her potential run could see her face Yinyu Wang early, then Emma Navarro, and maybe Mira Andreeva in the quarterfinals. But Andreeva's been inconsistent recently, so don't be surprised if Karolina Muchova comes through instead. Muchova's experience might give her the edge. One player to watch early on? Naomi Osaka. She's seeded 11th and not technically expected to make the quarters, but don't count her out. Osaka was runner-up in Montreal, made the US Open semis, and although she had a shock first-round loss in Beijing to Sasnovich, she's looked sharp recently. She's got a winnable first round against the inconsistent Leylah Fernandez and could then take on Linda Noskova in round 2. Noskova's coming off a great run to the Beijing final, but fatigue might hit her, which gives Osaka a small edge. Osaka, Noskova, and Rybakina each have a great shot at reaching the quarterfinals. And then there's Amanda Anisimova. What a comeback season she's having. She made her 5th tour-level final of 2025, after having played just 4 in her career before this year. Anisimova went on to win her 2nd title of the season, beating Linda Noskova in the final. And get this, she actually leads Sabalenka 6-4 in their head-to-head. So if there's anyone who can stop the world number 1's winning streak in Wuhan, it might just be Anisimova. Here's what the projected last 8 in Wuhan could look like. Sabalenka versus Osaka, Noskova, or Rybakina. Anisimova versus Pegula, Gauff versus Andreeva, and Swiatek versus Paolini. That's a seriously exciting lineup. Now over in Shanghai, the men's draw got a shakeup last week when Carlos Alcaraz withdrew. That had opened the door for Jannik Sinner, but he injured himself against Talon Griekspoor, which means Novak Djokovic now has a brilliant chance to go all the way. The top half of the draw was already wide open without Alcaraz. Alexander Zverev, Lorenzo Musetti, Alex de Minaur, and Daniil Medvedev are all in the mix, and so is Lerner Tien, who's fresh from finishing runner-up in Beijing. Tien lost to Sinner in straight sets in that final, but remember, he beat Musetti and Medvedev along the way, both of whom had to retire while trailing in the 3rd set. That shows he's capable of big upsets. With Alcaraz and Sinner out, the top half looks like a battle between 4 or 5 players, all fighting for that final spot, possibly against Djokovic if he keeps up his current form. So a stacked week in Wuhan, an open race in Shanghai, and plenty of storylines to follow. Who's your pick for the Wuhan title? And can the 24-time Grand Slam winner go all the way in Shanghai? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more tennis updates.